What is up, comic fans? Welcome to the channel. This is New DC Day. It's Tuesday. That means it's part one of the 48-hour event known as New Comic Book Day. If you're lucky enough to get them on Tuesday, congratulations. Welcome to the show. If you're not, don't worry about it. We're not spoiling anything. We're going to be taking a preview and a look at this massive release week for DC Comics. There's some major books that hit. We have some stuff ending, some brand new stuff beginning. The dawn of DC is upon us. I'm excited to get into it. Let's do that right after this. Today's video is sponsored by Big Time Collectibles. Be sure to check them out at bigtimecollectibles.com and follow them on social media. They have that Superman Platinum Edition exclusive dropping this evening. You don't want to miss out on that. And also, if you need anything cleaner press, hit up our friend Justin over on Instagram. He can hook it up and make sure you let him know that you found him via the channel. Or hit him with the promo code We Are Legion to take advantage of some special deals that he's running for channel viewers. And the link to the sponsors are in the description to all the videos. So I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I sure am. Some major books dropped. I've already sat down and had the opportunity after cleaning up and sending some stuff to the mail and organizing. I was able to get in 2 reads today. 2. And holy crap, I'm excited through the roof about both of them. I think I probably started strong, but let's say hey to some people in the chat, give it a couple minutes for people to get in. I'll show what we're going to be giving away today, as well as start previewing some of these books, see if anyone else is excited for some of this stuff. And we got Chop and Drop hitting the chat first today. Wow. And he says, let's go. Happy DC Day, comic book fam. Las Cruces 1971. Hello from New Mexico. Nick's Kicks and Comics. What is going on, bro? Yeah, early today. It's Monkey's birthday today. So we had her party this past weekend. But my youngest, my little girl, she turns 3 today. She actually turned 3 about 23 minutes ago. So her and the wife decided to go pick up Finn so I can do this while they're doing that. And then right after that, we're going to the park and we're going to go play on at the park until it rains. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it holds off. Then we're all going to dinner tonight, going 15 deep to Giuseppe's, one of our favorite restaurants here in town. What is going on, Anachronic Comics? Always good to watch the show. I appreciate that. I have a blast making this show. This is one of my favorite streams to do, just to get to fan out on some DC goodness. I don't think nearly as many people keep up or have the same excitement for DC as a lot that has for Marvel and indies and stuff. But the tides are a-changing. It always comes in ebbs and flows. What is going on? Durs is in the building. What's up, my beautiful homies? Hope you're having a good day. You call Nick baby too? What is going on, Joffrey Castro? Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Poor Man Stack, what is going on? Hello, all. Welcome. Glad you can make it. Passed my corporate surprise check, and so that is a win. Dude, that's always a win. I love those secret shoppers, or when the big people come in and you just get those high marks, or they're happy with what you're doing. That's probably one of the best gratifying moments in your job. You can realize like you're running the place properly for people. That's just the way it goes. Happy birthday to your little one. Thank you so much, Sturs. Thank you. Flo Dameron's in the building. Responsibilities. Flo, I'm going to have to hit you up later and talk about some of these books dropping. I would love to hear your feedback on some of this stuff. Once you get a chance to read it, of course, I know you read a lot of stuff. But y'all be sure to check out the Bada Boom podcast. Flo's over there making big things happen. Best day of the week for sure, especially weeks like this. This has got to be the strongest week for DC Comics since this year started. Easily. This is an insane week. 22 Comics, what is happening? What's good people? What is happening, KBDM? How are you doing today? Happy DC Day, everyone. Absolutely. We've got people giving the what's up. Geek Out with Roscoe is in the building. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing fantastic. Facts, man. Yeah, deuce. Boom. Norin Rad has entered the building. How are you doing today? Don't spoil Superman for me, please. First, I'm excited for that character. I'm not doing any spoilers today. No spoilers on this show. This is purely just a preview and hype. You want the spoilers, the detailed thoughts, breakdowns, and all that. That's Sunday nights at 9 p.m. for At Week's End. So today is just looking at what's dropping, telling you what I'm excited about. Maybe blindly recommending you to try some titles, all that kind of stuff. just getting excited for the week. We'll cap off at the end of the week and talk about if they hit or missed. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Kung Pao. Oh, man. So going through. So I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I'm sorry. It looks like I caught up with the chat there. So let's get into it. Let's start right with what Durs was talking about. I think I have a couple of these. Did I get a couple of these? Oh, wow. There's more books over here, too. All right. So first up, the giveaway book for today. This is the one that we'll be giving away at some point on the stream. And that is none other than Deceased, War of the Undead Gods, issue number 6. So this is not bagged yet because I wanted to show it off. All the B covers for this, typically they were the Matina anti-living variants, but with this volume, they've done Kale New acetate variant. So for this one, we have Wallace, aka the Flash, aka Ace, with that beautiful Kale New acetate cover. So I've done an acetate cover each time it came out for this series as a giveaway. So I wanted to continue that trend and do that. It's a cool book. If you haven't been reading it, it's an awesome book just for the cover art alone. Kind of checks off a lot of that's badass boxes. So we're going with that one again. And might have something else to throw in with it like we did last week and show that off toward the end of the stream to whoever wins. But we'll be giving away that Deceased, War of the Undead Gods number 6. And spoiler alert, not to the story, but this is a key. I read this. This was the first book I read this week, and there is now key factor to this. And it was huge, like in terms of like story-wise. Like I was blown away. So what Durs was talking about, Superman. That's probably the biggest thing of the week coming from DC on numerous levels. It is a dope cover. Definitely a dope cover. Hoping Midtown Comics has the NWA cover for that. They had one at my shop. I wish I would have known you were looking for it. I would have just thrown it in my box. You got to let me know these things, brother. Cool cover. No idea who Wallace is. It's Wally West. It happened in like it was the New 52 era, right? I get my Wallies confused sometimes. So in New 52, Wally didn't exist. He was flashpointed out of there, and they kind of introduced Wallace West. And I guess they're trying to line it up more with what was happening like in the CW stuff to make it uniform. But then come Rebirth, we bring Wally back. The Wally that's in this current Earth is like from elsewhere. He's from the original Earth. It can get confusing. So yeah, now they're just cousins. It is a cool cover. I agree. What is going on? Jason's in the building. What is happening? Flash by night, my dude. Is TJ here? There he is. Love Ace on that cover. What is going on, TJ? I thought you'd appreciate that. Yeah, he's awesome. He's been getting a lot of spotlight time, too, in this recent 1 Minute War, as well as Jeremy Adams stuff. I love that Jeremy Adams is bringing Wally and Wallace closer because they both have been Kid Flash. A lot to learn off each other. It's fantastic. That's Uchi Wally. Uchi Bang Bang. He's technically the Wally DC gave us in New 52. In Rebirth, they brought the OG Wally back, and now he's being called Wallace. Yeah. It's kind of what. Yeah. And they in this current run, Wally just gave him the nickname Ace, which I think is pretty smart because it kind of separates him a little bit more for the new readers. The blue foil cover for Superman 1 is fantastic. Broke my heart when I learned it was an exclusive. Yeah, that's from Big Time Collectibles, the channel sponsor. So that blue foil one, I pre-ordered that one months ago. It was has been sold out, unfortunately. But have one on the way. I have one on the way. I'm looking forward to getting that shipping confirmation in the next day or two as well. So let's speak on it. Let's speak on Superman number 1, the biggest book of the week easily. It might not be your favorite read. He might not be your favorite character. He's definitely one of mine. But this is a huge deal. It's a Superman number 1. That doesn't happen very often. And I mean, historically, Superman has went for extremely long runs. And now that we're post-Dark Crisis, we're in this era where they're kind of tightening up the continuity again, where they've given writers and artists free reign for a while. We're getting a brand new Superman number 1, and I just finished reading it right before this stream. And I'll tell everybody now, pick this book up. Pick it up. If you're not a Superman fan, if you haven't spent time reading the comics and discovering that, pick this book up and see what you think. And gorgeous cover. The artwork in it is absolutely on point. It really leans and lends to what Superman is, like what long-term Superman fans would tell you what's great about this character is very reflective in the art. It has that tone, those vibes, and that style. It's a beautiful wraparound cover for that A cover. And not getting into spoilers, but all of the stuff on the cover is very relevant to what's going to be happening leading up to this. Not getting into this book, but we know that Lex has pulled off some major moves. That whole build up to Action Comics 1050 was really reestablishing the dynamic of what was going on in Superman comics and with the super family. And this one hits the ground running. All those, it's kind of like the unbendist Superman. I'm not saying that to take a knock on Bendis, but a lot of people weren't very excited about all the things that he did with the character, and it kind of tarnished him. Like, it really gave Batman the ability to just really step up to be their flagship character. And I love Batman, but that's not right. Like, I'm not saying it can't be that way, but you should be putting enough into Superman that he remains like your most iconic character for your company. It's Superman. It's the most iconic superhero that exists. But I feel like, especially after last year with Philip Kennedy Johnson bringing this guy back on the map, consistent, amazing story writing, Tom Taylor knocking it out of the park with John Kent's character. Now Joshua Williamson, of all people, is helming the franchise character here. And as you can see, we're getting the trade dresses for the Dawn of DC stuff, this new initiative. This is not an event. This is not a story. It's not a reboot. It's just let's new readers know that this is a good jumping on point across the universe. Amazing story. Like, I've been rewatching New Adventures of Superman, the Lois and Clark series from the 90s, just watch old stuff on a whim. And dude, this has like all those vibes, like the interactions with people and everything. It is so on brand. I was so impressed with it. And I also picked up that probably Z cover or something, because there's so many different ones, but I had to get the Riccardo Federici cover. So I had to get it, had to bring it home. It'll probably live with me for a little while and then make its way into a giveaway box for the Legion loot or somewhere along the way, or I might even keep it. That's a gorgeous cover. Beautiful, beautiful cover art by Riccardo Federici. So yeah, it's last year Superman dominated at DC, and I said it at the beginning of this year. It's about to be his year again. He's about to dominate again. And let's move right along. Let's hit the chat. Let's see what the chat has been saying. Got more people hopping in here. Aggressively relaxing. What is happening? How are you today? Beckerman is in the building. What is going on, brother? How are you? I love how they all look like giants on the cover, all bigger than life. It's perfect. Yes, yes, yes. And just wait till you get into some of that dialogue. I feel like that was even intentional. Like, it is so on point. So on point. Did I win? Cole, you're in time. You made it. You didn't win yet, but you have the opportunity to. Biggie, oh my God, Biggie. I know you're a Superman fan. First off, what is up, brother? I hope you're having a good day. Dude, you have got to get your hands on this new Superman #1. You have got to. All the conversations you and I have had recently about Superman and how you feel and view him, you have got to get your hands on this. This was written for you, my friend. You're going to love it. Bendis' run was just bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's the most redeeming quality is Ivan Reis's artwork. I love Ivan Reis. Didn't like what Bendis did with Soups. Stopped buying his run. Yeah, and unfortunately, that's what happened with a lot of people. I mean, I hit like the highlights of it. I was like, What is going on, Jonathan? That is a nice cover. Hope you're doing good. I seen where you posted up at the shop the other day. Hope you're doing well. Hope Angel's doing well. Mad respect. What is happening? Greetings to you. Greetings to you. Yeah, Flo, why are you fighting with Durs? Flo always fights with everybody. It's Flo's goal to fight with everybody. If he's not fighting with you, he probably doesn't like you. Callie's Comics is in the building. What is happening? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. People saying, hey. Wait, is it your birthday, Cole? Do you share a birthday with Monkey? She just turned 3 today. You won at life. That's the most honest statement I've ever seen. With a man with a mustache like that, you're winning life. Oh no, I missed another #1. Bro, Superman don't have #1s like that. But you'll see. Read it. Read it before you knock it. You'll see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, definitely check it out. Definitely. I promise you'll love it, man. And I know your shop doesn't carry DC. If you can't get a hold of one, let me know, my friend. I'll get one to you for sure. All right, next book. And I read this one first. Like, I'm big excited about this series. I know that the whole DC versus vampires, especially in our corner of the comic community, took a lot of dialogue up. A lot of people were reading it, singing its praises, enjoying it. I know a lot of people started with that didn't necessarily read Deceased, but I've been following Deceased from jump, and it has been fantastic. It's Tom Taylor. He's like one of the best at these Elseworld titles. And when I tell you that this one, I almost threw the book across the room. It had me so hyped. Constantly doing things in every issue that you never expect, huge turns and all that. But this one right here, knowing what we know that happened in the previous issues with the Quintessent stepping up, Darkseid's got a yellow lantern ring. He's flying around with an entire army through space. The New Gods are infected. The entire Thanagarian army is infected, taking the universe out. The Quintessent stepped up and made their play. And that last issue ended with an infected Mxyzptlk fighting the Spectre on a cosmic level. So that's where this one starts. That's just how it starts. By the end of it, dude, I was so pumped. Through the roof, like yelling and hollering. Like this is my read of the week already. I'm only 2 books deep. There's nothing that'll top this week. There's not going to be. And I did pick up, like you saw, the acetate cover that we'll be giving away. And I got that 1 in 25 Matina goodness. So it blew my mind that they switched these anti-living variants to the 1 in 25. I pick up 1 in 25s here and there once in a while, but I have all of those. I didn't collect all the A's and everything for the other series. I just got all those matching sets. Now having to pay 1 in 25 prices, which isn't bad, but it's not necessarily what I wanted to do. And also now it's forcing me to pick up A covers to read. So I'll end up taking my whole set of A covers and just putting all 8 issues up on Pop's Attic for a steal of a deal price. Speaking of Pop's Attic, if you don't follow that page on Instagram, you're missing out on amazing deals. The link is in the description to all my videos. That's where all the stuff that I sell and just price to move gets posted, as well as Pop's putting amazing stuff up all the time. Let's see. Let's hit one of these. This isn't going to be a reader, but this is cool, I guess, with the timing of the upcoming Shazam movie. We got a Wiz Comics facsimile, first appearance of Captain Marvel. Nowadays, people call him Shazam, but gangway for Captain Marvel. There it is. First appearance of Captain Marvel. So these are awesome. It is a thick comic. I'm excited to actually sit down and read this. They did the Marvel Family one when Black Adam came out. So now we get the Wiz Comics facsimile. So I picked up 2 of those. One's going to be going into a Legion Loot giveaway, I guess next month. Yeah, that's when the movie comes out. So yeah, next month I'll try to throw some Captain Marvel themed stuff in that one. I have extra Marvel Family ones as well. So we'll put some of those in there. That should be fun. I didn't hate Bendis's run, but I only read the 6-part mini and a few others. Callie, you owe me $1. My birthday is the first Rorschach journal date. Don't send me number 1. I missed it. People chatting it up. I'm going to finally check out my Hulk issue. Been sick lately. Oh, yeah, dude, that most recent issue of Hulk number 12, that was actually really good. That entire run is a stinker, but that issue was really good. Feel that biggest Shaq just today. Now, if we're back to normal, let's see. Deceased is just a great series through all tie-ins and stories. Absolutely. And they didn't go crazy with it. You know, they gave us that digital first World's End prequel. They gave us the Unkillables little run, and then the one-shot with the first one. They've kept it pretty tight, and I think that's really helped it a lot. Deceased was fun for me when it came out. Love the horror movie variants they did too. Yeah, that was for that second run, I believe. I don't remember if they did them for the first volume. That second volume, they did the movie poster variants. Pick up the 1 in 25 a few months later, much cheaper usually, unless really fire. Yeah, I just get them from my LCS. Now I did miss 2 of them. They didn't get put in my box, which is fine. And I'm just gonna have to. It was the Hawk Girl one that just came with this run, and the Green Lantern one, which wasn't even Matina. I think it was Jay Izzoletto, but it's gorgeous too, and he did it in the same style as those, so it fits right in. I started reading Wiz Comics today. It's a silly one, 65 pages. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with silly, but keep in mind that silly comic did end up getting so much traction. It actually started outselling Superman back in the day. I haven't heard of that fax book. Yeah, this is Wiz Comics is another one of those ones that got bought out by DC. It was Fawcett eventually, and then DC bought it out and brought Captain Marvel over into the Fold. Wiz Comics, #1. So next up, a big event is ending today, and big is definitely subjective in this case, but it's DC Universe's Lazarus Planet Omega. So this was a weird way to do an event right here. This is back to Mark Waid writing with a few others doing the art, including Riccardo Frederici on the interiors, always gorgeous. But that kicked off and been a weekly event. We had Alpha that dropped at the beginning of last month. Now Omega is wrapping it up at the end of this month. And it's just been a series of one-shots in between the Alpha and Omega issue. I'll be honest with you, it's been mid at best. Like, you get 4 mini-stories in each one-shot, and at best 2 of them would be good, and then 2 would just be stinkers. And a lot of them don't really have a lot of weight into the event either. So I'm excited to get this to wrap up, for one, just to get to the next thing, and for 2, because I'm actually excited about this one. This is the body of the story right here, not like little extra stuff going on the far reaches of the event, but this is actually the Devil Nazah. King Fireball is there. All the Magic players are there. You have Damian leading the charge. You have Batman infected. So this should be really dope, really dope. I like all the Magic characters that DC has and what they do with them, and this is putting them at the forefront. And I'm really excited. Eventually, we've been promised to see Jonathan Kent go electric blue, and I'm still sitting here waiting like a sack. Just been looking forward to that. And it still hasn't happened. They teased it at the start of this, and we're still not there. We're still not there. So hopefully we get to see him go electric blue sooner than later and get to spend some time in that form in his own series that is about to be starting. Adventures of Superman with John Kent. Tom Taylor will also be helming that. Been grabbing each one. Meh to most of them. Yeah, definitely meh. Yeah. Man, they've done a lot of new character introductions and tons of first appearances. I'm interested to see where some of them go from there, though. I'm reading Stillwater right now. They're reading Batman vs. Robin, and may start that totally depending on how the day goes. I would recommend just hitting the Alpha Omega issue. You don't even need the little what's going on with everyone else during the Lazarus rainfall. I want to hit my antique shop looking for Avengers Annual 21. Dude, happy hunting. I hope you find it. Off the top of my head, I can't think of what that is. We're all thumbs today, apparently. # we are Legion. Ben, I opened that package you sent me. I posted it for channel members already. Huge thank you. Huge thank you. That was fantastic. So if you are a channel member, there's a video that should be available to you where I got some key comic books in the mail, and one of them was beaten up. The box was beaten up, and it was a slab. So I wanted to open it ASAP, so I pulled some of my mail that typically piles up for a long time just to see if it was damaged or not. So check out that video and find out what it is, some Silver Age goodness, and see if I'm having to resubmit it to get it reholdered. Stephen Birkland, what is happening, my friend? You may know him as Stephen Birkland. I know him as Burke Nasty, and it's none other than Burke Family 54 Comics. Of course I'm getting that tonight. I announced that at the beginning of the stream. First Victor Time, I think. From the Kangs, one of the Kangs. Is that who Victor Timely is? Victor Time. Someone's close to hitting 2K. Yeah. I'm like, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I've been picking up mad crazy stuff to do an awesome giveaway for that. So let's hit the next book. Let's get this moving a little bit quicker. We're coming up on 30 minutes already. All right, we got the next issue of the 1 Minute War in Flash issue number 793. Jeremy Adams is crushing this. He does the Flash family so much justice. Alien invasion. Aliens have access to the Speed Force. Everyone looks like they're frozen in time while all the speedsters are trying to solve this. We have the death of a major character at the very beginning of it, and we still don't know how that's going to play out because they're too busy to mourn. This is the next one up on my reading list. I have the stack for everything this week. If you don't read the main Flash story, this is that. But if you haven't been following the main Flash story, you can jump in at the start of this. This is only part 4 of the 1 Minute War. So back, I guess, at 790. Jump in at 790, dude. This is dope. Flash has been good since Jeremy has taken it over. Wally's forefront. You have everyone there, though. Everyone's there. Next up, we have Christopher Priest, Black Adam number 8 of 12. This is a heavy read. This is a meaty read. Diving into deep lore, introducing a new set of gods to the Black Adam mythos, adding Malik, a.k.a. White Adam, a.k.a. Bolt. He's still toying with his name, getting guests along the way. It's been a good story, but it gets so heavy at times that it really just doesn't make it to the front of my excitement list. Who is that? Rodriguez, the Rodriguez covers. This is the same person that did the Detective Comics Arkham Tower covers. This is crazy. Gorgeous art. Huge shout out, Mark, for telling me to hop onto Flash. Been one of my top books each week. Yeah, dude, it's so fun. It's just pure fun. It's well done. He just balances it all good, like with how serious you're supposed to be taking it, with the lightheartedness of some of these characters' personalities. And there's stakes involved. There's definitely stakes involved. Have you read Superman 1 yet? Yes, I did. I covered that heavily at the beginning of that was like the first book we talked about. It would go back and check that out. I don't spoil anything, but your excitement should be up here for that. DC, just in case, I'll be right back in a couple minutes. Smart man, smart man. Yeah, definitely a beautiful cover. Every single one of these for Black Adam have been like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 style covers. So this one we're supposed to be going into a look at like the champion back in the day before he was corrupted a little bit. Did you get the DNA Catwoman 52? No, I don't pick up Catwoman proper titles. I got the One Bad Day Catwoman when it came out, but I'm collecting all the One Bad Day stuff and regretting it along the way. So that leads us into our next book, Clayface, One Bad Day. Written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing with art by Zermancio. So the artwork should be fantastic in this. The cover is really cool. But I got to tell you guys, I'm not excited for this at all. Every one of these has been, that was okay at best, except for the Riddler one. The Riddler one was easily one of the best books of the year, best single issue comics of the year at the end of last year. And the rest of them have just been downhill from there. So what's got me worried about this one, where I think that this would be a great horror style one-off issue, they're playing into Clayface always wanted to be an actor, so he's heading out west to explore his dreams of acting. Well, if you watch the Harley Quinn show, you know that's like the tropes and jokes they play into with the character, even give him this over-dramatized voice, and it's funny. I'm going to be reading this with the voice of animated Harley Quinn Clayface in my head the whole time, trying not to laugh. But I hope it's good. I hope all of them are good. I hate spending that kind of money on them and not being blown away. They're supposed to be like these flagship stories that will change the way we view these characters from this issue forward, that we'll be able to come back to and revisit from years from now. And none of them have delivered that except for the Riddler one. So we'll see where it goes. Catwoman 52 cover A is David Nakayama. Yeah, I didn't pick it up. Don't pick it up. I don't chase David Nakayama covers. I mean, I get a lot of people like him. I don't really dig his art. It's very anime-ish to me. Not my style. I am sure if I'm going to read One Bad Day, Clayface. I'm not sure. I am sure. You have to let me know, TM. Okay, back. Hashtag right on. Right on. I did. You Cole? Yeah. I will read Clayface One Bad Day. Good. Check it out. Hope you like it. I hope I like it. Sorry, I'm not sure. I don't want you to take my word for it, but I'll let you know if I like it or not. Most likely, I'll just be let down by it. My expectations are higher for that. I'm not going to lower them. They build these as being those high standard setting stories, and then they just become like filler issues that never happened in the pages of the regular monthlies. All right, we just got a couple more here. Next up, one of the best monthly titles that's been consistently good for the past year from Mark Waid and Dan Mora. We have Batman, Superman, World's Finest, and that title is a testament to what we talked about when we spoke on Superman. When they shared books previously, it's always been Superman, Batman, but now it's Batman, Superman, World's Finest. But I love this. This book's been great from issue 1 all the way to this one. And this is not Dan Mora on the interiors, it looks like. This is going to be that filler issue. We had that first arc, and then we did a kind of like a filler issue, just kind of going and revisiting one of the little side stories that happened in the arc and wrapping it up. And that's what we're doing with this. We just wrapped up that second arc with Boy Thunder. We got the huge revelation of who he was. That was crazy that Mark Waid kept that in his pocket the whole time. And now the next issue is just going to kind of be decompression from that big story arc. And we're revisiting a little moment that happened earlier in the run yet again, that little awkwardness between Dick Grayson and Kara. So we're going to go back and relive that day that caused that awkwardness. So I'm excited for this. Mark Waid is a fantastic writer. Highly suggest this series. I hope everybody's been picking it up. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. What is up, Gary Woods? I wanted to get into reading some DC books. What are the 3 best titles to get into for good reads? Well, Superman 1 dropped this week. Pick it up. Pick it up. I would say go back and pick up World's Finest. It's just that issue 12, but it's just classic, amazing, good comic book storytelling. And right now, Detective Comics is my favorite Batman book, but it's rich. It's real rich, but it's all self-contained. The regular Batman title is always, I think, most people's favorites. It's gimmicky, and I don't know. I'm on day 4, but today was a little right on. Right on. Everyone's saying that Matthew McConaughey, right on. Right on, right on, right on. I'm not a DC guy, Gary, but this was what was easy for me to jump on. Flash 790, perfect. Yeah, perfect start. I got Superman 1, and for Batman, I jumped on with Chip started with Fail Safe Arc. Yeah, there's flagship jump-ons right there. Flash 790 is definitely the one. That's the one we mentioned earlier, as well as Superman 1. I'm going to be reading those from issue 1. Heard nothing but great things from World's Finest. Yeah, dude, that's what I would tell people to jump on. Dan Mora on the interiors, too, is insane. Blue Hellion, what is happening? Dan is in the building. Everybody send good vibes his way, please. Thoughts and love goes out to you, my friend. DC still hasn't responded to my email pitches for One Good Day Comics, but fingers crossed. Yeah, man, I'm got both fingers and toes crossed for that for you as well. We need it. I made a short about backup stories like the one in Batman currently. How do you feel about those, Mark? Hit or miss, hit or miss. I don't. Sometimes when they lend to the existing story, I think they're fun. Sometimes when they're just doing them for the sake of including other characters that they're ignoring in the main body, I don't know. So they're hit or miss, to be honest with you. We're paying for them. I don't mind getting more story. So it's really just all on the writer working them. That's what I would recommend for the easiest way to jump into things. That's what Mark had me do, and now I'm starting to branch out. Yes, branch away, branch. Backup stories are fire in Batman Cole. They've been doing they did the Two-Face ones for a little while now. What are they on in the ones right now? The past 2 issues in Batman were something else. It wasn't the Two-Face ones anymore, I thought. I read World's Finest on DC Ultra. Yeah, a lot of stuff is on there. If you're not picking up floppies, I'm telling you, that app is on point. Human Target is must read, but 12 issues comes out. Issue 12 comes out this week. Issue 12 came out this week? Did I miss it? Man, I hope I didn't miss it. Or is it next week? Oh, it comes out in a week. I'm sorry. Yeah. The finale to that. And see, that's Black Label. That's kind of standing on its own. That's not main like monthly stuff. But dude, Human Target, that's a series of the year right there. It's already award nominated. Durs, welcome to the Flash family. Absolutely. Dan Mora has definitely become a favorite. What is up, Circumstances? How are you doing? Yeah, I completely agree. Dan Mora is up there. He draws stuff in like a classic modern way. You get like Jim Lee vibes, but with finer and less pencil work. Boo from the Comic Viking. What is going on, Alan? I hope you're having a good day since I last saw you. Batman is mid, but I don't think we'll have a good Batman book for a while. Detective Comics is fire. What Ron B is doing over there is fire. But Chip has no desire to write anything other than short story arcs that are really they're gimmicky. I don't know if he's meaning to be gimmicky, but doing a fail-safe story, first appearance of fail. You just have a Mazo show up. That android already exists. Have a Mazo show. When was the last time we seen a Mazo do something cool? It's been a minute. I'd rather pay $1 less for a book and not have the backup story. Yeah, I agree. But that's why I said if they're good. If they're good. Yeah, Tim Drake finding Batman. Yeah, that's what it is now. I'm not a DC guy either. I joined because Mark is the man. I appreciate that, Ben. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, and hopefully hearing enough about this, if you don't read DC, at least you get enough information over here. You're able to keep up with what's going on in the grand scheme of things. And if stuff strikes your fancy, you'll go out there and give it a try. That's interesting. Never seen that Batman first title. Now that we're getting the Flash family, I'm hoping for backup stories with either speedsters in the future. Yeah, there's enough speedsters they can do it with. Connor McKean works out the deal with Hines that one henchman Joker can ever get to crack a smile after something he says. Riddler's World Clone app gets some traction. Just a good day. Jesus Christ. It's probably too long. Dan Mora, Go-Go, Power Rangers. Yeah, that's pretty much where he cut his teeth, was on Power Rangers and Once and Future. The new backup and Nightwing. I love it. So, yeah, a lot of people are sounding off. They'd like to see some backups. I don't read backup stories, even if they are stuff that you're into or characters that you enjoy. Detective is good, but yeah, that's also not Batman. Detective Comics is literally Batman. That's like saying Action Comics isn't Superman. It's literally Batman. I'm an Image DC Marvel Dark Horse variant. Boom. Xenoscope, Mad Cave, Bad Idea type comic guy. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. I got that. Did you mention Aftershock, though? Yes, he's not an Aftershock guy. I make a Power Ranger joke, but it's a guilty pleasure of mine. So many Bad Idea books rotting at my LCS. Nobody bought any. Yeah, I don't want to say there's a lot, but one of the shops here in Augusta gets some, and there's some that they keep on the front counter in a little display. I think they said they have to keep them up there. So we got one more book, and then we're going to run these giveaways. I like comic books. What is going on, Brother John? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I mean, Batman, the title, not the person. Yeah. I think Detective Comics should be taken and held more seriously than Batman, the title, just like I think that way about Superman and Action. I think Action should have like the most attention, time, and care put into it, and the same thing with Detective. I mean, for obvious reasons. How do we end with consent, Steve? I've never read the backup for Action Comics. Most of them just don't appeal to me. I'm not interested in Power Girl. Nice personality, though. Yeah. Some of those backups I thought were good during the War World saga when we saw what John Henry Irons was doing at the Fortress and Conduit showed up. That was fun. That was a fun little add-in. All right, last book. And, dude, I'm big excited. Excited it's here. Sad to see it go. We have Superman Space Age Book 3 by Mark Russell. And all red doing the art on the cover there and in the interior. This is pretty much a retelling, a rehashing, a retooling of Superman's origin, and they play it through 3 oversized issues, no ads, 100 pages. We revisit Superman through the, I think it was like the 50s, the 70s, and now the 80s and into the 90s maybe. But Crisis is here. I'm excited to see how they handle Crisis, what they do differently with it. There's some familiar things happening in here, but told in completely in reimaginable ways. So I'm big excited for this. This was teased how the whole story kicked off. That first issue was up there on high praise with that Riddler one shot. Just I don't understand how he balances this and tells this story so well. It is absolutely amazing. Amazing. I can't wait. Can't wait to get into this. I don't know if I'm going to save it for last or jump into it next. Let's all give a huge shout out for trees. Without those, we would not be having this discussion. No, we would not. HeroesCon 2023, be there or, well, you're lost. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Such a beautiful story. I assume you're talking about this. It really is. These are important nerds. Hashtag DC. Now that Alan's bringing that up, if everybody would please put hashtag DC in the chat, we'll get that giveaway getting ready to give away. Detective only gets one great run every 5 years. Last true classic being Black Mirror. Yeah, that's fair. I think, like, for the most part, Detective, I tell people all the time, it's just consistent good Batman. It's not bad. You don't go into it with all these hype expectations. Tynan's Batman run, in my opinion, was probably worse than any Detective run like in the past decade, because Detective is kind of consistently good Batman stories. It's not like setting off any alarms or sending people to go buy it out at the shop or this or that, but it's just good Batman stories. What is going on, Carlos? What's up, Legion, TM, Biggie Shack? Hope you're doing good today. Facts. There it is. Get those hashtags in there. Hashtag DC. There they go. Comics Elite Tour Space Age up yet. Comics Elite Tour Space Age up yesterday. What do you mean? Intentionally? Review-wise? And first off, I've checked out Comics Elite. I cannot stand listening to their reviews. They associate themselves directly with outrage channels, the people that literally just dump on the industry, which makes no sense. I don't know if they're trying to get cool points or what, but outrage channels just drive me nuts. I actually troll some of them and go in there and comment on how like you're literally wrong about all their predictions. You can pretty much guarantee if channels like that or those outrage channels dump on a book, it's probably because it's good and it's not what you read in the 1970s. Like I do not get on board with them, man, one bit. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody who actually reads these books for the sake of not making content dump on Superman Space Age outside of them. Like that's their thing. Just they want to dump. They don't care about trashing Superman Space Age. They care about trashing Mark Russell. So if you go back, I hadn't even watched it, but I assume if they're trashing this book, they're going to be trashing the writer of the book for their previous works while they do it. They're not addressing the book in its entirety. They're just trashing the writer, because I can tell you one of those channels that those Comics Elite guys hang out with trashed the book the day it was announced 3 months before it came out because of the writer. And that's just, screw those outrage channels. They're doing nothing but driving people away from comic books. You should be talking about the ones you enjoy, not trashing creators you don't like, just running people away. I love Tynan, but yeah, his Batman run was Mia. Yeah, I think he just got overextended in that era too. Like, I love Department of Truth that he's doing. Blue Book is my blind pick for the week going into this week. It'll be starting tomorrow. He can do some great stuff. I think he just got overextended at that time era. He was doing so many things. So many things. Although Jorge Jimenez was amazing and still is. I think he's back on the main title, and he's also doing Nemesis Reloaded, where you can really just see him go ham, just completely off the rails. Unruly Simeon, just A-OK to me, this Mike Allred Madman Lunchbox. His artwork is so much. Then WB should just do Space Age. That'd be one way to introduce Superman and the whole Justice League. Oh, what is going on, Pop? Sorry I'm late. Greetings, Legionnaires. What is going on, big guy? What is happening? The real James Willie is in the building. What is up, my friend? Outrage channels do it for views, and that's it. Dudes are clowns. Absolutely. And it's kind of a running joke. So, like, me and Paul Cook, he knows that I do this, and I'll go over there and, like, once every few weeks and just check in on some videos kind of thing, just to see what they're crapping on before it even releases, and to go back and watch how their predictions of it being crap weren't true. But they typically focus on like 3 or 4 creators, and they just dump on them for being into their woke narrative. But let me share this screen and we'll do this giveaway and we will get out of here. So giveaway tool, share, because the wife just pulled up with the kids and we're about to go hit the park up. So I hope everyone has had a great day. I appreciate everybody coming in. Let's spin this bad boy. 31 in the thing. This will ship worldwide. Screw it. We'll ship this one worldwide. Boom. God dang it. It's going to Canada. It's going to Canada. Logging out now. Ready? Stop sharing. So TM, we got you the Acetate, Deceased, War of the Undead Gods, number 6. And fair warning, TM, I'm going to wait to ship these to see if you win the next the next couple and put it all together. I'm going to throw in a John Jang Death Rage number 6 from a recent release from last week. I picked up a few of these to add them to giveaways, so you'll be getting both of those. So congrats to TM Nerdy. Love you like your brother, man. Keep your clothes on Instagram. And be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm almost to the 2K. I'll share like some of the stuff that I picked up. Massive giveaway coming. It's going to be a blast. Huge hangout and all that normal stuff. So until next time, have a good week. Be sure to check out the show Sunday night. Hit that join button. Become a channel member. Don't miss out on all that good stuff. And thank you to all the current channel members. I know a lot of y'all are missing from these lists, but I can only make these like once a month and run them through the month. So thank you to all those people. Fantastic people. Fantastic community. As always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.